Hey, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Dorsha. Today, I am actually going to share with you my Sunday supper, what I'm preparing. Yay! I know it's been a second, it's been a while, but we're getting ready to get down. This is going to be very simple. Hopefully, it'll help you with your New Year's goals if it pertains to healthy living, eating right. Now, I can't say that everything would necessarily be, but you can always make substitutes. So let's start with the main dish. Bam! No, this is not salmon. This is dun 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 dun. Yes, Steelhead Trout, or AKA rainbow trout. And I am going to probably cut it into pieces. I could keep it like this, but we'll see once I get into the groove of things. Now, I am not going to prepare it the same way that I prepared the salmon fillet that I did for you. However, it will have some peppers. Let me show you the peppers that I will be using. You ever seen these in the store? The sweet pepper rings? Yes, I'm using those. I'm going to use some oranges. Well, really the juice and the zest of the oranges. Juice and zest of lemon, brown sugar. I'm going to use some places they call them bagel seeds, whatever, but they're the variegated seeds, poppy seeds, black and white sesame seeds. And I'm also going to use some mirin. So I'm going to make this sauce for this rainbow trout, and it's so fitting that it's rainbow trout. That's how I want to use colorful sweet peppers. And I also will use a sweet onion. So that's that. Okay. Now I harvested Brussels sprout leaves from my garden, and I blanched them, and I'll let them thaw. So we will be doing that. And I have some broccoli, and I will use the crowns. And I'm going to saute those together, flavor it very well. And I also saved some bacon grease from my breakfast this morning. And yes, I'm using bacon grease, but you can use extra virgin olive oil. You can use butter. You can use whatever you want to. You can use coconut oil if you want to. But I'm telling you what I'm using. And we're gonna put that together. I'll plate it up and I'll show you what we're working with, okay? But if you have not, subscribe to the channel, turn on the little notification bell so that you will know when new content is uploaded. And let's get right to it, okay? So I have rinsed this, and on both sides, I patted it dry. And now I'm gonna take my cooking shears. Remember, I told you it's a good idea to invest in the cooking shears. And then when you do wash them, take them apart if you get the kind that come apart like I have. And don't let them soak in water. Wipe them off immediately and let them dry. So I'm gonna do this in strips, because you'll see the way that I'm cooking this is gonna be multi-levels to this. Okay. So, and it's nice and thick. And you're probably like, that looks so much like salmon. Well, it's in the same family. So it does look like salmon, but it does not smell like salmon, okay? It's almost like I am basically making little steaks out of it, okay? And if you have a good pair of shears, it just makes it so much easier just to cut through the meat. Yes. And then this last piece, and I'm going to keep this just like this, okay? So there you have it. There are your pieces. And as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. okay? You can make them bigger if you would prefer, or you can keep the whole fillet as is, but like I told you, I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to take some garlic powder, and I'm going to dust the top of it with the garlic powder. And I'm gonna do the skin as well on both sides. You can eat the skin, but some people prefer not to, so you can de-skin them. And now I'm gonna dust it with onion powder. I'm gonna do it on both sides. I put a healthy amount on there. And I have some on the counter. Yes. Yes, it's good. Now I'm gonna take some ginger, which I thought oh, you know what? Second thought, never mind, forget that. I'm gonna use my ginger at the end when I'm doing my other thing. I'm gonna take a little bit of salt and put on here. Not a whole lot. And hold on 1 second while I'll get my pepper. I thought I had it over here. So, put some pepper. So, this is very basic, okay? I mean, simple and basic, okay? Now, I'm going to take a sifter. I'm going to add some cornstarch to it. And I'm going to dust the top with cornstarch. I'm going to do the sides a little bit. Okay. Yes. There you go. You see that? Yes. And this is to make sure that it's not too much. So, shake them, get the residual. Okay, now from here, we're gonna move over to the skillet. In a skillet, put some extra virgin olive oil, which I got from Walmart. Great value, Walmart. Holla at you, girl. And some butter. But if you're cutting back on the butter, then you don't have to. Just do the extra virgin olive oil or whatever oil you want to use. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my trout fillets, skin down, and place them in my skillet. I have 3 more left, but place them in there and use a smaller spatula, or it's a spatula and pancake flipper. You learn that from home ec. But use a smaller spatula if you're cooking multiple pieces, so that you'll be able to turn them without it just being awkward, okay? So I'm gonna flash fry them, which means that I'm not gonna fry them all the way till they're done, but just enough so that I can get a nice crust. But I am starting on this side first so that it can cook a little bit, and then I am going to flip them. So And remember, don't do this too long because this dish is actually going to finish in the oven. Okay? So I let them put some on the other side, and now I am flipping. See how that looks? A nice little crusting, not too much. And I'm going to place them inside of a baking dish. And I will put my remainder into the skillet. And let those go on both sides as well. And let me show you what the other ones look like inside of the baking dish. You see this? And there you go. So, like I told you, I was going to use some juice from 2 oranges and 1 lemon. So I wanted to show you how I was going to juice the lemons. You see this? It was very inexpensive at, I think I may have got this from Publix. Anyway, put it in the middle and then you just turn it. You see that? What a juicy, juicy orange. Now, of course, you don't have to do this. You can just some orange juice. I just wanted to show you. Look at that. And I also wanted to show you, because I also mentioned zest. Here's a grater. And I'm just taking the skin of the orange off, and that is the zest. Now, some people don't like the zest of citrus. I used to be one of those people, but now I've grown to appreciate it. So, once again, you don't have to, only if you choose to. See that? The zest of that orange. And it's not even a whole orange. And so I'm also going to do a lemon. So let me do that while I'm already in the mood. I have never made this before when I'm making for you. Now, sometimes you're just sitting there and you're like, I would like this taste and this together. So that's how this came to be. There you have it. So we'll get over to making our sauce. Empty out most of the oil, but you can leave a little bit in there. Add garlic. This was about 3 cloves that I chopped up. Heat on like medium high. Yes, smells so good. And now add your onions. I sliced one onion, sweet onion. you see, there's not much oil in here, and that's by design, because I am going to add some butter. So about 2 tablespoons of butter. It smells so delicious. I wish we had smell-o-vision. So, sweet peppers, add those. Now, I am going to add a little bit of salt and some pepper. Cook this until the peppers are somewhat tender. And then you're going to add brown sugar. That's probably about 1/4 cup. I told you I'm making this up as I go along. I'm going to add some of this myron. Our juice. All of this together. Deliciousness. I have some water mixed in with a couple of teaspoons, well, maybe two teaspoons of cornstarch. This is your thickening agent. I also want to add some ginger. And I'm going to add our zest. Excuse me. Now, I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Oh, just a little bit more pepper. I love pepper. So I poured it on top of the trout. And now I'm getting ready to put the sesame and poppy seeds. Garnish with my remainder zest. And a little more ginger. And I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes and it will be done. Voila! Okay, now the last part, my vegetables. See, I got my heat up high. Turn it down a little bit. I'm going to take the bacon fat from this morning, put it in here. Everything tastes better with bacon. But if you do not swing to the fork or cutting back, then don't do that part, okay? As I said, I blanched my Brussels sprout leaves and I sold them. Make sure you get as much of the excess water off of them as you can. And who knows, you could probably do the same thing with the collard greens. I took 2 crowns of broccoli. And there you have it. Mixing these 2 together. It really smells good. It's the bacon, I promise you. Now, I'm going to put some complete seasoning. And this with some pepper. I'm going to let it cook now. I'm also going to add some Himalayan pink salt. I'm going to put my lid on it, let it cook now, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Let's check the Brussels sprout leaves and the broccoli. Ooh, you see that? Yes. So now the moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. The rainbow trout or steelhead trout and the sauteed Brussels sprout leaves and broccoli florets. So there it is. Very simple. And as you see, there's no starch, but I do have some yeast rolls that are rising and it's just taking forever, but you don't have to. Healthy, lean eating, you see that? And like I said, substitutes. You don't have to do the bacon grease, but it did add some flavor, I promise you. And you can also do this with salmon, but I just did it with rainbow trout. So until next time, #cooking with Dorsha, #Sunday supper, and I'll see you soon.